Hello, I am the Witch of Jasmine and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a reading for Gemini moons. How's it going? I know we're having new moon in Gemini. I think this video is coming out a few days after that, but hope that treated you well. Very curious what this is gonna say, what reading the moon has for you. Oh, oops. Oh gosh. Okay. But as I'm shuffling out these cards, okay, let's work properly, please. As I'm shuffling out these cards, I invite you to take some deep breaths to ground yourself. I have a cat crawling around, so if you hear any noises, it's just him. Just like in every single one of my videos. I say that literally every time. Yep, there he is. Say hi to Sunny. I don't know why. My last couple of videos, my shadow cards have been a little sticky. I don't really know the word for it. Not literally, but energetically. They're cleansed and everything, so I don't know. I mean, the shadow cards really... I have a video talking more in depth about how my cards and my readings work if you'd like to watch that, but the shadow cards represent your shadow self, your inner self, the inner mind, etc., maybe even your subconscious. So I think maybe now just energetically we're all kind of just collectively struggling a bit with that. I don't know. But anyway, because usually when they take a while to come out, it indicates that you're just struggling to think clearly like that, to really think about your inner self. But anyway, I don't want to go on a tangent. Let's dive right in. So, Gemini moons. For our oracle card, we have breathe. Oh, I love this card. Okay, and for our tarot cards, we have Nine of Wands reversed, Queen of Cups reversed, Page of Swords reversed, Knight of Cups reversed, the Hanged Man, and the Sun. Give me 1 second. I have this stray rose petal that fell off of this one, and we're just going to cover up that image. If you want to look at it, you can go back and really take a look, but I don't know. I love and appreciate that card, but I don't know if a lot of other people would love and appreciate that card so much, so we're just going to keep that covered. So let's start here. All right, so we have Nine of Wands reversed as well as this Knight of Cups reversed. Nine of Wands is about feeling burned out, really. I mean, when we think of the suit of Wands, right? It's from Ace to 10. And that represents a project, a thing that you're working on, right? Ace being the beginning and 10 being the end. So when we're at that 9, it indicates you've been working at this thing for a long time, right? And you are towards the end of it. That's great. But also, it's like you're just exhausted. And it's that time where there's really only a bit left until you hit a milestone or a breakthrough or whatever it is. But you're just so exhausted that it's tough to really get there, you know? And then having that Knight of Cups below that reversed, it shows that there's especially an emphasis on your mood, how you feel about this. It's more of like an emotional burnout. I mean, Knight of Cups is somebody who is very good at, you know, Cups is associated with emotions, with that water element, your emotions, your feelings, all of that. So I think having that reverse, it's just showing that specifically it's a very emotional burnout, maybe even a level of like disappointment, right? That it feels like things aren't working out the way that they need to be working out, or you want them to work out. And then we also have Queen of Cups here. That's also reversed, which is, it represents kind of pessimism. Like maybe this project, this thing that you were working on and for all of this time have like really kept her cool and have like done such a good job of working really hard and getting to this thing. But now it's you're kind of at the end of that, you know? And now everything just feels so difficult. Everything feels, you know, you're burned out. And having this Hanged Man here, I know that's a very strong image, but I don't, it's symbolic. Please don't take it that way. The Hanged Man is about sacrifice. You know, whatever this thing is that you've been working really hard towards, you've had to make a lot of sacrifices for it, right? Whether that be like literal sacrifices, like money or whatever, but also, you know, emotional. It's taken some of your peace. You know, I say with the Hanged Man, it's like taking one step back in order to take two steps forward. And it's easy to do that. It's easier to do that when you know for sure that you will be able to take two steps forward, right? But sometimes you take one step back and you're like, okay, this is gonna work, right? I feel like this is supposed to work. Why am I not able to take two steps forward? What's happening? You know, very that. So I think that's just how you're feeling now. Wondering if this is all paying off. We also have Page of Swords reversed. This is where we take that turn, okay? Where it's like, okay, this is the situation. Let's talk about where do we go from here? This Page of Swords is showing that, and I guess along with this Breathe card too, right? I think with a lot of this, you've wanted it to go quickly, right? Page of Swords, it's like, it represents that you rushed through a lot of this. Maybe even cut some corners where you could. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, it comes from a good place, right? A place of being excited, right? Maybe it's overexcitement or something. But it usually, I mean, when we have Page of Swords, it usually shows that, it usually suggests that there was some poor planning, cutting corners, kind of just rushing through things in order to get to that end spot. I think what would be very beneficial to you, which of course with our Oracle card, the Oracle card is the overall theme of the reading. It's the main message, which is to breathe, to take a step back, to reevaluate, try and look at things through a new perspective. Maybe talk to others to get some perspective, you know, people that you love and trust and who are there to support you, or just finding outside resources. Take a look back at any corners you might have cut, any things you might have looked over or skipped, just essentially, I think there's some unfinished business, some unresolved things that are keeping you from getting to that next level. I think that's kind of the more surface level thing to do, but on a more emotional level, which I see most of this burnout is just very emotional burnout, we have the Sun card here, which I'm going to be careful with what I say because I don't mean this in a toxic positivity way, okay? Remember that balance is very important, okay? However, having this card here represents, the Sun is all about joy, positivity, light, love and light, looking on the bright side. I think a lesson with this whole situation that is really important for you to learn right now is to enjoy the journey, right? And not just focus on the destination. Which, I'm going to be honest, it looks like you're pretty close to that destination. We have 9 of Wands. That's pretty close to 10, So I really think that this new breakthrough, this new thing is going to happen. And obviously, you're working to have that happen, right? The goal is the main thing. However, I think it is also important in life to enjoy the journey. Enjoy all of the little aspects, not just the big milestones, but also all those little milestones, right? All those little wins. I think that's what this card is telling you. I think it'll really help ease some of this up. Again, I do not mean this in a toxic positivity way. I also believe it's very important to feel your feelings and all of that and to stay focused on that main thing. But it's a balance of also enjoying those little things. Maybe trying to find ways to keep that spark going. I think it'll help more than you think it will. You know what I mean? And obviously, it's a lot easier said than done to do that. But why don't we pull one more card? I'm curious what'll happen. What's something specifically that you can focus on to bring that joy that you need in order to finish strong, or get to that next milestone? What's something specifically you can take away? I think it's this one. Knight of Wands. Okay. Knight of Wands. Wands is associated with the fire element. It's all about passion, creativity, fire, the spark of ideas, But he's really about action. He's really about doing one thing, moving on to the next, with this fiery vibe. What's the word I'm looking for? In a fiery way. Focusing on action, right? With this fearlessness, this fire, this spark, going forward. Finding ways to spark up, spice up what it is that you're doing. Making bold moves. I think that will, yes, help this, but I think it'll mostly help how you feel. Bring back some of the sunshiny, positive joy back into what you're doing so that you can finish strong. Okay. Gemini moons. Wow, that is a lot. I'm very curious to see how our next reading will go. But until then, I'm definitely wishing you lots of luck with this. I know a lot of this is easier said than done, especially when you're already feeling this way. But I know you can do it. I believe in you. Of course I believe in you. But I hope that this reading gave you some clarity and some perspective and maybe a little motivation to keep going. If you have any questions or if you'd like any part of this clarified, please let me know. You can leave a comment or you can just reach out to me. Best place to reach out to me is on my TikTok. You can find me there. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye!